About a week ago, a serving senator in Nigeria, right here, was accused of sponsoring bandits. It's not even that he was accused. He actually sent a bandit to Mecca for the Muslim pilgrimage. You can imagine that. Not only that, oh, not only that, a terrorist suspect caught by the Nigerian police, also confessed that Shehu Buba is one of their sponsors. So this goes to say a lot that most of these politicians, they are sponsors of bandits and terrorists due to one reason or the other that is best known to them. These people are sponsoring bandits and terrorists to continue terrorizing innocent citizens, to continue terrorizing the electorate that brought them to power, that voted for them. It's quite shocking. But you all, before we delve right into the details of today's news, if this is your first time here or you have not subscribed to this channel, why now? Did I offend you? Please go ahead and subscribe. Like this video, also leave your opinions in the comment section below. Ex-DSS Director Ejiofor names former military leader behind formation of Lakurawa terror group. Former Director of the Department of State Services, DSS, Mike Ejiofor, has clarified that Lakurawa, a militant group causing significant unrest in the northern part of Nigeria, is not a new insurgent faction. Despite recent concerns, Ejiofor emphasized that the group's origin traces back several years. Just last week, Nigeria's defense headquarters announced Lakurawa as an emerging threat in Sokoto and Kebbi states, identifying it as a dangerous addition to the list of terror groups destabilizing the Northwest. Major General Edward Buba, Director of Defense Media Operations, stated that the group has exacerbated the already challenging security situation in the region. However, he assured that the Nigerian military is working actively to suppress and contain their activities. In a recent interview on Channels Television's Sunrise Daily, Ejiofor provided context, noting that Lakurawa has long existed and was active before these recent developments. According to Ejiofor, Lakurawa members are primarily non-Nigerians with origins linked to Niger Republic and Mali. He shared a brief history tracing their formation back to a vigilante group organized by the late Ibrahim Bare Mainasara, a former military head of state in Niger. Originally, this group served under Mainasara's regime as a local security force. However, after his death, the government in Niger overlooked them, leading to their eventual disbandment and migration across borders. Ejiofor recounted that some local leaders in Sokoto State initially invited Lakurawa members into Nigeria, hoping they could assist with security concerns. So you by yourself, personally, you invited insecurity into the country, into your communities. And I don't blame these people. It's just because of a failure of the Nigerian police force, the Nigerian army. Those people have failed. Because if not that they have failed, why will community members decide to go and invite security members from Niger Republic to come and help them solve their insecurity issues just because the Nigerian military, the Nigerian police force has failed them? You know, many communities in the northern part of Nigeria have now been left, you know, for them to secure their community, for them to secure their own houses. They have now been left to that duty. The duty of the federal government, the duty of a government is to protect its citizens. But the federal government has failed at that, which is why citizens themselves are devising ways to secure their own community. You can imagine the Bello Tuji, because the Nigerian soldiers killed his cows. He asked the community to contribute money so that he could buy new cows. I heard that each person was to pay 10,000 naira. A bandit lording himself over people in this Nigeria, or this same Nigeria that we are in. This same Nigeria, because what? Because the Nigerian police, they've lost themselves. They've lost their integrity. They are no longer even doing the primary function in which they are meant for. Moving on, however, the group's underlying motives soon became apparent. By 2018, the Sokoto state government recognized the escalating threat posed by Lakurawa and initiated negotiations to expel them. Although the faction originating from Mali agreed to leave, some members from Niger chose to remain, continuing their disruptive activities within Nigeria. Ejiofor's comment shed light on the complex history of Lakurawa and underscored the persistent security challenges posed by foreign-linked insurgent groups operating across West African borders. When the Nigerian military came out to tell us that Lakurawa, there's a new military group in town, a bandit or terrorist group in town called Lakurawa, you would think that this terrorist organization, started operating yesterday. Surprising for us to now find out that this Lakurawa group has actually been existent as far back as 2018, 2017. And the Nigerian military is now telling us as if, this is something new that they themselves never knew about from the beginning, from the get-go. Before we go, my uncles, my aunties, brothers and sisters, let's take a look at a few reactions online. Michael says, I think is that gold that is springing up in those areas that is also springing the dangerous bandits in those areas. The Sultan and Bishop Kuka are from those areas religiously. Religions are doing havoc to this country. Hope this country will have leaders that understand this and know what to do. There is natural resources. The federal government refused to explore, these natural resources, but they are only focusing solely on crude oil. What do you think would happen if the federal government has refused to explore these natural resources? You have bandits, you have other people who are exploring it. The former governor of Zamfara State has been said, to have taken gold out of Zamfara, and that is, the sole source of his wealth up till today. He's a rich man. And there were reports earlier, I think that was last year or earlier this year, that people are being paid 1,000 naira daily, to mine for gold, which is 30,000 naira per month, to mine for gold illegally. This is not government employees, because the government has failed to explore that aspect. We are all focusing on crude oil. As if it is only crude oil that we have in this country. We have numerous other natural resources that has yet to be explored. Only God will help us. Let's have your thoughts and opinions in the comments section. Thank you very much for always listening and watching. I will see you all in my next video. Bye for now.